Ever wonder why your mind keeps playing the same thoughts, even when you wish it would stop? It's not because you're broken. It's because your brain is trying to protect you, solve the unsolved, and keep you safe. The brain is not designed to make you happy. It is designed to keep you safe. This single purpose explains why certain thoughts repeat again and again. When the brain senses a potential threat, it does not let it go easily. Threats are not only physical. Emotional pain, rejection, embarrassment, uncertainty, or fear of loss can all activate the brain's safety system. When something feels risky or unresolved, the brain keeps it active to prevent future harm. Repetitive thoughts are part of this safety loop. The brain replays scenarios to stay alert, learn from them, and avoid similar danger in the future. From the brain's perspective, repetition is protection, not a problem. This is why these thoughts often appear during quiet moments, at night when you are alone, or when distractions fade. The brain finally has space to focus on what it believes still needs attention. The safety loop strengthens when certainty is missing. Until the brain feels confident that you are safe, it continues monitoring the situation. This repetition is not weakness or overthinking. It is a protective mechanism doing its job. When an experience ends without clarity, the brain does not simply forget it. It keeps the experience active. The brain responds to emotional completion, not time. Events that lack explanation, expression, or closure are interpreted as incomplete, and incomplete experiences remain mentally open. Your mind replays certain thoughts because it is searching for closure. Closure does not mean a positive outcome. It means understanding what happened well enough for the brain to categorize the experience as finished. Until that understanding is reached, the same memory or question keeps resurfacing. Unresolved experiences often carry emotional weight, things left unsaid, emotions left unexpressed, or endings that came too suddenly. When emotions are not processed, the brain has nowhere to store them. Instead of being filed away as memories, they stay active as open mental tasks. The brain struggles with uncertainty. When something does not make sense emotionally, the mind attempts to make sense of it intellectually. It replays conversations, analyzes behavior, and searches for missing information, believing that understanding will finally allow release. This is why ambiguous endings are so powerful. Even painful closure allows the brain to move forward, but uncertainty keeps the loop alive. Until emotional understanding occurs, the experience remains present, no matter how much time has passed. Uncertainty is one of the strongest triggers for repetitive thinking. The human brain is designed to predict what will happen next, because prediction creates a sense of safety. When the future feels predictable, the nervous system can relax. But when something ends without clarity, the brain loses that sense of control. When answers are missing, the mind becomes more active, not because the situation is still happening, but because the brain cannot label it as finished. Without closure, the experience stays mentally present. The thought keeps returning because the brain believes it still matters for your safety. This is where overthinking begins. The mind starts replaying events, conversations, and decisions. What if questions appear? What if you had acted differently? What if you missed something? What if it happens again? These thoughts are not a sign of weakness. They are the brain's attempt to regain control in an uncertain situation. When the brain cannot understand whether an experience was avoidable or repeatable, it treats it as a potential threat. So it keeps analyzing it, searching for patterns or lessons that could prevent future harm. Overthinking becomes a form of mental preparation. The brain can tolerate pain more easily than confusion. Clear outcomes allow emotional processing, but ambiguity keeps emotions suspended. Without understanding, the brain does not know how to regulate what you feel, so it revisits the memory again and again, hoping clarity will finally appear. Overthinking is not the problem. It is the brain's protective response to uncertainty. Once clarity or emotional understanding is achieved, the need for control fades, and when the brain feels prepared again, the mental loop naturally begins to quiet down. Highly intelligent minds often experience repetitive thoughts more intensely. This is not a flaw. It is a result of deep processing. Analytical brains examine every detail, every nuance, and every possible outcome. They process experiences on multiple levels: logical, emotional, and hypothetical. This depth makes unresolved or emotionally charged events harder to release. When uncertainty arises, intelligent brains do not simply accept ambiguity. Instead, they dissect situations, search for patterns, and explore alternatives. Replaying thoughts is a form of mental rehearsal, helping prepare for all possible outcomes. Deep processing also magnifies emotional intensity. Minor incidents can feel significant because the mind analyzes why it happened, what it means, and what could have been done differently. Attention to subtle cues, microexpressions, tone, timing, further fuels the loop as the brain tries to integrate every detail. Reflective imagination adds to repetition. Mentally simulating outcomes teaches and prepares, but also keeps the mind revisiting past events. Highly sensitive or reflective individuals feel emotional nuances more strongly, increasing the likelihood of repeated thoughts. This is why repetitive thinking often peaks in quiet moments. Intelligent minds use downtime to process experiences fully, seeking clarity and emotional resolution. Understanding this helps reframe repetitive thoughts. They are not weaknesses, but evidence of a mind that is thorough, reflective, and capable of complex understanding. Once clarity and emotional integration occur, even highly analytical brains release the loop naturally. Overthinking is often misunderstood as a weakness, but it is actually the brain's sophisticated strategy to regain control. When uncertainty or unresolved experiences arise, the mind analyzes every possible outcome. Repetitive thoughts are not random. They are mental rehearsals, testing solutions and predicting what might happen next. Control equals safety. Uncertainty triggers alertness, anxiety, and repeated mental reviews. By asking what-if questions, the brain attempts to reduce unpredictability and prepare for potential challenges. This protective process is most active during transitions or ambiguous situations. Emotions intensify overthinking. Fear, embarrassment, regret, or guilt make the brain replay experiences to anticipate and prevent future pain. Pattern recognition is key. Each mental rehearsal identifies lessons, warnings, and opportunities to improve outcomes. Reflective minds excel at this, though it can feel exhausting without closure. Suppressing overthinking backfires. Ignoring thoughts signals danger to the brain, strengthening the loop. True control comes from awareness, emotional processing, and clarity. Once the mind understands the situation and senses emotional safety, the loop naturally weakens, allowing calmness and mental clarity to return. Highly intelligent minds often experience repetitive thoughts more intensely and frequently. This is not a flaw. It is a natural result of advanced cognitive processing. Intelligent brains analyze situations deeply, noticing patterns, nuances, and consequences that others might overlook. Every memory and interaction is processed logically, emotionally, and hypothetically, which makes unresolved experiences harder to release. Reflective minds simulate multiple scenarios, revisiting past events to understand what happened and explore alternative outcomes. This is not overthinking, it is mental preparation. The brain believes that replaying experiences reduces future risks and ensures better decisions. Emotional intensity adds to the effect. Intelligent individuals are sensitive to both their own emotions and those of others. Even minor incidents can trigger strong responses. Subtle cues, tone, microexpressions, timing keep memories active, prompting repeated mental reviews until clarity or safety is achieved. Deep thinkers often run what-if scenarios to anticipate future possibilities. The brain integrates logic, emotion, and prediction to fully process experiences. Until emotional understanding and safety are reached, the thought loop persists. Suppression only strengthens it. Recognizing this reframes repetitive thinking. It is not a weakness, but a sign of a thorough, attentive, and highly reflective mind. Once awareness and emotional processing align, even the most analytical brains can release the loop naturally, restoring calm and mental clarity. The final stage of repetitive thoughts occurs when the brain receives the signals it has been seeking: awareness and emotional resolution. Thoughts persist not to punish you, but because the brain is performing a protective function. Until it understands the situation and feels emotionally safe, the loop continues. Awareness starts by noticing thoughts without judgment. Instead of labeling them as stupid or obsessive, the mind observes them as signals of unfinished business. Recognizing that your brain is trying to resolve uncertainty reduces fear and frustration, calming the nervous system naturally. Emotional processing is equally important. The brain needs to feel that emotions tied to an experience have been acknowledged and integrated. This can happen through reflection, journaling, talking with a trusted person, or internal discussion. Once the emotional charge is understood and accepted, the brain perceives the experience as safe. Clarity does not mean forgetting or needing a happy ending. It means the experience has been categorized, understood, and marked as non-threatening. Once clarity is achieved, the brain's protective work is complete, and repetitive thoughts gradually diminish. Brief mental reviews may occur to confirm safety, but the loop loses intensity. Understanding this process reframes repetitive thinking. It is not a weakness or flaw, but the brain performing its evolutionary duty, protecting you, preparing you, and ensuring experiences are fully processed. When awareness and emotional resolution are in place, the mind naturally returns to calmness, insight, and equilibrium. Repetitive thoughts are not your enemy. They are your brain's signal, a call for understanding, clarity, and emotional safety. Once you listen, once you process, the loop fades naturally. Your mind is doing exactly what it was designed to do: protect you. And now, it's safe to let go.